Hello, welcome back. Listen, we're going to get into a reading today. We're going to speak with the ancestors today. We're going to also just be asking the cards some questions about the future, okay? Because the future is looking very grim in the United States. I mean, if you've been living here, okay, it's not looking as bright, okay? The American dream is dwindling, okay? And it's to the point that can you even afford to dream anymore in the United States? So that's why I'm coming to you and trying to figure out options for the people. Okay. So have you ever considered moving to Africa? Okay. Motherland. Okay. The great continent that offer many resources on the continent of Africa. And resources are things that you need to pretty much live on this earth. Okay. And if you're living in the United States, you know that we're living here without resources. The resources that we have are Gucci, okay, Louis Vuitton, okay, and material things. And soon you'll find out that material things can hold you back. Okay, if just ask Erica Badu, okay, you eventually become a bag lady with all your materials, okay, and then eventually you'll have too much stuff that you can't even catch up, okay. You think your stuff is so valuable when really it's just crap that's holding you back, okay. So let's jump into the reading about moving to Africa. Now, why would somebody move to Africa? Because if you go to the internet and you turn on Google and you put in Africa, you're going to see a bunch of people that look like they impoverished. They live in under below living standards. You're going to see a bunch of mud huts, a bunch of dirt roads, okay. But what they can't hide is the people in Africa are happier, okay. They have a tribal unit, okay. They have unity, they have community, and that you can't fake in any picture, okay. I don't care how you try to take the picture all dusty, you can't hide the fact that these people are happy in their tribal units now. And they have community, something that most of us don't have here. And then we do have, if we have communities here, sometimes the communities are toxic, okay. Sometimes the communities are not even worth living in. Sometimes we just got to move away from the communities, okay. The communities that we want to love, we want to stay in, we want to thrive in, but you can't thrive in a community that have toxic ways. And so I just started to see America as being a toxic community now, okay? Because it's getting to the point that it wants its people to be torn apart versus coming together. Because when we do come together, here comes something else, another trend that's going to possibly tear us apart again, okay? Whether it's somebody's sexuality or somebody's religious belief or somebody's, the neighborhood they stay in, okay? The class that they're in, okay? How much money they got, what kind of clothes they wear, okay? What's the color of their skin, okay? Who do you vote for? It's always something. It's always something to divide you in the United States. So, and not to mention, the living expenses in the United States is out of control. Now, look at this beautiful picture of Africa, okay? And it's a lot of pictures that you really have to search hard because there are influencers out there who are traveling the world who are actually giving you the real life picture, the real life circumstance in these countries because the United States is going to make a country look bad. And it's like, why would you make Africa look bad? Well, because they're trying to go over there and take over Africa, and they don't want us to go over there and get involved in the resources and have the resources for ourselves. They want to keep us over here in debt, okay, in the United States, and that's exactly what they're doing. They go over and they say, "Oh, we're helping the people in the war," okay, but why are you helping them when you got homeless people over here in your country? Okay, and then you got promises that Biden have made to the American people about student loans that he just completely broke and did not care. Okay, he probably gave a couple of people some student loan payments. Okay, who are those people? Because he didn't give the people who need it. And then you can be like, oh, well, he gave some people, he just didn't give you. Well, I matter. Okay, people like me matter. Okay, so go to hell with talking about some people matter and some people don't. Okay, so like I said, back to moving to Africa. Okay, now the living expenses is out of control. Okay, I'm gonna talk to people from high ranking educational people to people down low, and they all struggling. Okay, the middle class is no longer existing in this world. We got either the filthy rich and the filthy poor. Okay, and so the living expenses are out of control. Let's just keep it real. You can barely find a property to buy because the corporations are buying up all the properties. Your money is not long enough to go against a corporation. Okay, so they buying up all the properties, turning them into rentals. Okay, so they're gonna make you be a forever renter. which means you won't have any assets, okay? Because one of the things about the American dream is being able to buy a home, okay? And buying a home is one way to have a legacy, one way to build wealth here in the United States. Well, that's dead because you can't buy a house because the interest rate just went up to 10%. It was 3%. Now it's up to 10%. Well, 3%, 5%, 10%. Okay. It's so high, it's ridiculous. Okay. And then you can't even buy a house. If you was to get approved for a $200,000 house, where are you going to buy that house at, girl? No house is $200,000 no more. Back in the day, living in Atlanta, you could go buy you a beautiful, nice house for $250,000, a beautiful mansion. Okay, not no more. That's dead. Okay, and if you do got a house that's like that, yes, you can sell it now, and you would get top dollars for that house. But once you sell that house, where are you going to live after you sell that house? Because you're not going to be able to go buy another house, not with that money you just sold that house for, because the next house is going to be too much for you to afford, okay? Because you're going to be outbid, okay, by corporations, period, okay? So you can't go and purchase a house for its asking price. You got to go over the asking price, okay, if you can. But that's not possible if you're being financed, because a bank is not going to allow you to go and overpay for a house that's not worth that much, which means you coming out of pocket a lot of money, which means, girl, you ain't getting that house, okay? So you're going to go rent a house. You're going to go from owning the house to renting the house, paying a lot of money because rent is going up. Corporations are not lowering the rent, okay? When the corporation own a house, they go up every year on the rent. They don't care. They don't improve nothing. They go up every year. So there's no human touch to buying a house no more. So either you're going to be homeless or you're going to be a forever renter, or you're going to be living in your house that you have. You won't ever be able to sell it, because if you sell it, you're going to be homeless. So unless you sell it and go to another country. Now, also healthier food. Okay, where can we find healthy food now? Even in the organic section, that food tastes like what? Nothing. I call it nothing. When I go get a fruit, I want it to taste like the fruit that I bought. I don't want to go pick up an orange and it tastes like nothing. Sewer water. That's what it tastes like to me, sewer water. Okay? Because it don't even taste like fruit juice no more. It's not even sweet. It's not delicious. It doesn't taste like an orange. Okay? So I'm just eating polluted sewer water. Okay? And it's disgusting. And so I'm over that. Okay, so I would rather go to a country where the fruits and vegetables are grown naturally organic, okay, and it still tastes like what it's supposed to taste like, which means it still has its benefits and its health value. Also, lifestyle. What is your lifestyle like in Atlanta? I mean, in Georgia. I mean, not even Georgia, in the United States, period, okay? There's nowhere on this earth, well, in the United States, that you can live for under $2,000 unless you, even in the hood, even if you hood and you dodging bullets, you paying money. You paying a lot of money to dodge those bullets. And that's not fair, okay? People are complaining. People are working 2 or 3 jobs and can't even qualify for rentals, okay? Because to get a studio apartment, which means you don't even got a bedroom, okay? You just got a studio, or a 1-bedroom, which means you got 1 bedroom with a door. You have to pay a minimum of at least $1,400 to $1,800 to even $2,000. If you're in a nice area, you're paying $2,000. Okay, why? Okay, so therefore, to qualify for that property, you have to make 3 times the income, which means you need to make at least $5,000 to $6,000 a month to stay in a studio. If that ain't depressing, if I got $5,000 to $6,000 a month to live, I'm not gonna pick a studio. And if I have to pick a studio, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay, so lifestyle. Do you really have a lifestyle? Okay, because if you go to Beyonce concert, baby, you probably be homeless next week. But people are doing it. Okay, and they just go home and struggle. Okay, because again, they're not going to let you see that they struggle, because that's not the American way. The American way is to put on for your city, okay, and then go home and cry about it. Now, beautiful weather. Africa has beautiful weather, okay. The weather over here, as you can see, is manufactured, okay. They over here manufacturing the weather. So it's getting to the point it's not even organic. The rain don't even smell good no more, okay. If you get rain, it smells horrible. It smells like polluted. It smells like oranges, okay. Polluted sewer water. Okay, the opportunities. What opportunities? Okay, the jobs over here are not paying livable wages. Okay, they may have gone up a little bit on minimum wage, but it's not livable. Okay, didn't I just tell you that a studio and a one bedroom $2,000? So just imagine if you got a family and then you got to go out there and buy this crappy fake food that's still expensive. Okay, and then the weather is manufactured. Okay, girl, I can just imagine how it feel to get struck by a manufactured thunderbolt. Girl, that probably hurt worse than the normal one. Okay, so yeah, I'm over that. Okay, opportunities. Okay, like I said, what are the opportunities here? If you try to make an opportunity for yourself, you're gonna be taxed out the wahoo. Okay, you're gonna be taxed. You're gonna be this. You're gonna be that. Okay, and it's to the point that can you even survive with your own business here? Okay, you definitely don't want to get a brick and mortar business because they're going out of style. You can do an online business, but the government trying to find ways to tax every penny that you make. Okay, and it's like, why y'all taxing everything? We already paying for everything that you already taxed us for before. So it's like you're paying taxes on everything, and while they getting rich, and then the politicians getting richer and richer, and they can't even barely stand up and complete a speech. Biden can barely walk across the stage without falling and tumbling all over the place, embarrassing the crap out of the United States. So it's like, girl, we can't win for losing. Okay, they getting stuck in between words. They can't even speak. They can't even talk. But yet they still taxing us, girl. They still got the wherewithal to go back to the tax table and tax us, but can't even stand up and tell a speech. Can't even speak a speech, girl. Okay, again, culture. What culture do we have, girl? Look at the culture that the community have over here. Twerking culture, okay? The shoot 'em up culture. The demon time culture. Girl, I'm over it. I'm over it, okay? So Africa is the last result, okay, for me. So let's look at the cards and see what the cards have to say about moving to Africa. And I'm asking about I'm right now I'm gonna ask about Americans moving to Africa, okay? Because I don't feel like it's a race thing anymore. I feel like at this point it's a class thing, okay? And at this point, everybody try to think that they upperclassmen, and no, baby, you're not. you are not, okay? I know how you think you feel in your Gucci shoes, baby, and your Gucci sweater. I know that's how you feel, but that's just material stuff that's holding you back, okay? Because when you really try to make real moves, like let's say if you want to move to Africa, you're gonna realize that your Gucci and all that is gonna be standing in your way, okay? You're gonna end up having to sell that stuff before you go over there. Okay, because even if you go over there with it, you're going to stand out like a sore thumb. And over here, you may be looking good, but you're still broke. You don't have no assets. Okay? You're not living the American dream. You probably live in an apartment. It's probably a nice apartment, but you don't own it. Okay? And if you live in a house, if you miss one tax bill, it's gone. Oh, ain't that sad? But you got your Gucci sweater. Okay, until Gucci come out and tell you they don't want you wearing a sweater, then you're gonna get mad. Then you gotta go burn your Gucci sweater that you already paid for. Girl, let's pull some cards. Let's pull some cards because the American dream is making me exhausted. Okay, I'm tired of it. Okay, and then for you to go get a business just to be called a small business, it's like I don't want a small business. I want a Jeff Bezos business. I want an Amazon business. Well, no, ma'am. Only 1% can have that type of business. Everybody else got to have a small business, okay? And it got to be small, mom and pop, okay? Because if you ever try to get bigger than that, girl, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to swallow your dignity, swallow your pride, okay? Are you willing to sell off your firstborn child? Honey, do you need that soul that you got? See what I'm saying? I want to keep all those things, okay? And also have a thriving business that's bigger than a small business, okay? But okay, go off. So let's see what these cards got to say about moving to Africa. What do divine angels give us the best cards from this deck to let the people know? What do we need to know about moving to Africa from the United States? Okay, what do we need to know? See what these cards got to say. Oh, these cards got a lot to say, girl. Okay, and we're gonna see what makes sense here. Okay, so the first thing we got here, the first card that came out here is family, people. So we asking about moving to Africa. Okay, and it's saying, okay, family. The first thing is about people and family. Now, what are they saying about family and people? Okay, do you want your family? Because number one, when we do have a family, we want to maintain a family in a certain type of way. Okay, we want to be able to provide for them. We want to be able to feed them. We want to be able to clothe them. We want our kids to be happy. We want our kids to be whole. We want our kids to have a sense of belonging. Okay, right? So it's something about people here. When you think about moving to Africa, you family. Okay, you maybe the ideal family. We're gonna see with two. Next, we got spirit. Angels of four directions. It's almost like the divine, the ancestors are telling you, okay, that you're going to be protected, okay, prayed for, and it's almost like, you know, you shouldn't be stationary, okay. We can go anywhere on this earth. I feel like we can, okay, on any one of these four directions, north, east, south, or west, okay. And you know, Africa is so huge. It does consist of all these locations, okay. East Africa, West Africa, South Africa. A lot of people go to South Africa because, you know, it's more like United States. But I think people are sleeping on people on places like Nairobi, okay. Ghana is offering dual citizenship. I think Kenya is about to start offering citizenship visas, free visas at the end of the year to the people who want to come from from the diaspora who wants to come back to Kenya. So it seems like angels of all four directions, okay, either are calling the people into Africa or calling your angels to get you over there to Africa. Okay, next we got spirit, your higher self. Now, when was the last time you felt like you was living in your higher self? Okay, your true self, your true purpose. Because we was born with a purpose. We was born to kind of figure out our higher self. But girl, how is it possible here in the United States? It ain't. It ain't. Okay, you may think you found your higher self at a job just for them to let you go. It's like, well, dang, how y'all gonna let the higher self me, my better self me, go at this company that I thought was a blessing? So in order to find family, a connection, okay, in all four directions, baby, and be your higher self, girl, moving to Africa may be ideal for you to clear up your spirit. It's a lot of spirit cards here. Spirit here for four directions, which means north, east, south, west. Your spirit for your higher self, your heart, okay. If your heart is calling out to Africa, or Africa is calling out to your heart, it's time to answer. Okay, again, they go to family, friends, and guides. Okay, so it's almost like you got a family that's waiting on you, friends and guides. Okay, it's almost like to go over there, you would have some sense of connection, not only to the spirit world, to family. Okay, now I will say about going to Africa, and like especially people from the African Americans from America, you don't know who your people are. You don't know who your tribe is. Okay, most of us don't. So to go over to Africa and looking to try to blend into a tribe, I wouldn't suggest that. Okay, I would suggest go over there and creating your own family, your own way of living. Okay, don't go over and try to ask for somebody to allow you in. Okay, if they let you in and they welcome you in, that's one thing, but don't go over. Okay, because you see how this person is floating. Okay, this person is floating over on divine. Okay, if the divine is carrying this person, almost like a cosmic family. Okay, so the ancestors are bringing you back. Now, you may not go over there and find your true family, may or may not. But that does not mean that that's not your home. That does not mean that you can't make it home. Okay, that does not mean that your heart is not calling over. So to go over there and try to find a community that's already there to make it your own, I wouldn't suggest it. I would suggest that you go and create your own. Okay, create your own space, your own family. Okay, because family are the people who support you, who value you. Okay, and so and it's a lot of family and divine. So it's a lot of divine family. So you will go over there and find your divine family, and become your higher self. Okay, so that you can start. You maybe start your family there. Okay, bring your family there. Okay, but then we got conflicts, events of conflict. Okay, now this could be conflict within yourself. This could be conflict outside of yourself. Now, the thing about it is, when it comes to conflict, okay, especially with the boat being here, which means emotions, that could be your own emotions. Now, I don't think that Africa is an answer to your conflict if you have internal conflicts. That's something that you need to straighten out no matter where you go. Okay. Now, this card can also be speaking about conflicts in Africa or conflicts trying to leave United States to go to Africa. It can also be mental conflicts of you when you get there. Okay. Probably wanting something, wanting your Gucci sweater back. I don't know. But we're going to find out. Okay. So, let's find out more about this family here. What do we need to know about this family card, the people, when it comes to going back to Africa? For the people in America, what do we need to know about family? Because family is here too. We got family, friends, and guys, and then we got family. We got family here when it comes to spirit. We got family here when it comes to people. So we're going to speak about the people when it comes to family. What do we need to know about moving to Africa and this family and people? What do we need to know about that? Oh. We're going to have to leave some people behind, baby, to move. Some people are staying here because of some toxic families, okay, that you need to leave behind. You looking back, see that puppy there, that dog, you looking back at somebody that you feel like you loyal to, but are they loyal to you? Okay, because we got this 8 of Cups, which means there's some situation that need to move on. Okay, it's a need for you to move on from the people, the family that you call family here, the people that you are surrounded here. Okay, it's time to move on. You're seeking more from life than what you are experiencing right now. And I feel like that's what we're experiencing in the United States. Okay. Now, some people could be living great in the United States. My life here, I'm going to be honest, it's not horrible in the United States. But at this point in my life and where I stand and what I have built, I expect more in this moment. Okay. And I'm getting to the point that I'm seeing that it's almost, I'm hitting my head on a glass ceiling. Even though the surrounding right now is beautiful for me, but I'm not dead and I'm not planning to die no time soon. So therefore I'm still planning to climb, and I don't plan on keep on hitting my head on glass ceilings and thinking it's okay before I bust through. Okay, and so I'm planning on busting through. Now this glass ceiling that I'm hitting my head on is mine. Okay, it's mine to bust through. I don't want nobody to come and say, oh, that glass ceiling belongs to Bank of America. No, it don't. Okay, because if they put it over my head, then they should expect it to be bust through. Don't put nothing over my head, okay, that you don't want to have broken, because that means you're trying to stop me, okay, and I don't want to be stopped, okay. I'm bad boys for life, okay, won't stop, can't stop, right? But what I'm trying to say is, I'm still living, okay? I'm still climbing the ladder. I'm still trying to be great, okay? So therefore, I don't need a glass ceiling over my head, okay? Because when you start hitting your head on it, it get frustrated, you get headache, and you feel like you can't move, and like you can move, because that glass ceiling is glass, okay? And I'm gonna bust through it, okay? So it's a need to move on, but you need to know that you can bust through it. Because some people are like, oh, it's a glass ceiling, it's so pretty, I'm not gonna bust through, I'm just gonna climb back down. That's on you if that's what you want to do, okay? Now, unless it has some type of glass opening, okay, you better open it up when I get up there, because I'm not going to sit there and try to figure out how to open it easily, because it shouldn't even be here. So, again, a spiritual quest. It's a spiritual quest, a quest to move on. So, moving to Africa, like I said, is spiritual, okay? As you see these 3 spiritual cards here, it's not something that, okay, you're going to move just, oh, I just want to go and take resources. No, you need to be spiritual guided to know what to do with those resources, so that you don't go over there and be greedy, okay, and create some type of karma for yourself. So, and then you need to be resourceful, and you also need to be a resource, okay. Don't go over and just try to take, okay. The point is to go over to rebuild, to give back to that continent as well, okay, because they have enough people in the United States, in the world, that take from the earth and never gives back. Okay, you take all these trees to build houses, but do you replant them? Okay, come on now. So, this is a spiritual quest, and you need to choose to make big life changes. Okay, so little life changes ain't gonna get it no more. Okay, we need to make big life decisions and big life choices. Okay, some things we're gonna have to leave behind, and some things, one of these cups we can take with us. Okay, we can take people that's loyal to us with us, but all of these cups can't go. All these cups are going to hold us back. We ain't even got room in our backpack to even tote all those cups. And they empty anyway. So we don't need empty cups. We don't need to bring along empty cups. And then we need to change in our priorities. It talks about leaving home. So it's telling us the place that we think is home, we may have to leave it. Okay, we may have to leave some family, some people behind. And matter of fact, some of these people may be holding us back. They may be putting some type of fear into you. Okay, you could be having children. You could be like, I can't leave my children. Okay, you could have family that you feel like needs you. Okay, aka that's using you. Okay, you need to stay for that. But let's also find about the angels of four directions. Why do we need to know about the angels of four directions? Because guess what? Too much is going on in all four directions, and you need to reach up above you. You need to reach to the divine, baby. Okay, you need to reach to your angels. Okay, because it says too much is going on. Stress caused by many positive opportunities. So Africa is going to create a lot of positive opportunities, but are you going to be able to see it? Okay, are you going to even be able to touch them? Are you going to be able to even manifest them? Okay, can you manifest them close enough that you can even touch them and even be able to access them? Okay, so it means that it's going to be unexpected events and rapid changes that's going to be happening. The ability to multitask and business travel. Yes, it says business travel. So you need to have a mindset about business when it goes to Africa. Don't go to Africa looking for a job, okay? Because Africa minimum wage is less than United States, and you see that you barely can make it on United States minimum wage, and it's higher than most places. So it's time to start traveling for business, okay? Get a business mindset about you, okay? Now, you're probably thinking, now, what kind of business? Girl, turn to your four angels. Turn to all four directions, okay? And look for all four directions. It speaks about a lot that's going on. Stress coming from positive opportunities. You probably have so many positive opportunities coming your way, and you probably ignore them, okay? Don't act on them, okay? Don't know what to do with them when they do come across your desk, okay? But you need to have the ability to multitask, which means you need to get over there and not just create one business, create multiple business. Definitely create something that's e-commerce that you can sell online so that you can sell it all over the world, especially so that you can continue to make United States money, okay? You want to make United States money, but live out of the United States. That's the key, okay? Now, you don't want to move to a country that's just like the United States because you're going to be paying United States prices. But they say Africa is 60%. The rent in Africa is 60% cheaper than the United States. So just imagine if you're making United States money multiple ways and also making money in Africa. Just imagine your lifestyle, okay? Now, let's look at the higher self. Now, we need to turn to the heart matters, okay? We're looking at all four directions, looking for answers, but then we need to know what to do with those answers once we get them. Let's speak about why is this higher self here. All right. Next, we got that 5 of cups. Again, a lot of cups here. A lot of emotions, a lot of feelings, a lot of us wanting to do something, a lot of us having desires, may be holding on to empty cups, okay, and may not even know how to fulfill those cups, okay. Look at this cup, these empty cups, and then you see all this flow of water, of energy going by him, and I don't even know if he even see it. I don't even know if he even see that is the energy you're supposed to be filling in your cup, okay. He got his arms on his hips, which means he's trying to think. He's trying to contemplate what to do, what he lost a little bit. But it says you're focusing on negative stuff, which means you probably in the United States, baby. You focus on negative stuff because that's all we got. Okay, we got social media, which ends up turning out to be negative because you're going to be looking at other people's life and see how they're living and see that you're not living that way, but they're fronting. You fronting. They fronting. We don't know who to believe. So this positive stuff that we think that we see on the online is really just turning to negative, okay. It's making us feel a certain way in our heart. It's making us feel a certain way in our soul and in our life, okay. So you're focusing on too much negative. Things are not turning out the way that you anticipated, but there's some forgiveness of self or others that needs to happen here, okay. It also speaks about everything happens for a reason, okay. So everything that has been happening is happening for a reason. The struggle is for real. The struggle is even happening for a reason. It's making you think, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to continue to take it year after year? Because if you do it for year after year, the politician will allow you to do it after year after year. You'll have to stand up, Okay, and make a difference, because as long as you sit there and take it, you're gonna be sitting there taking it. Okay, it says everything happens for a reason. Look for the hidden blessings. There are some hidden blessings, and I mean they are hidden. Okay, they are not out in the public, baby. They are not to be seen. Okay, there is something that you have to really reach deep down. You have to really turn to your higher self to figure it out. Okay, because like I said, if you go put in Africa in Google, it's gonna come up with all the negative stuff about Africa. You're gonna have people who don't even look like Africans telling you how unsafe it is in Africa. You're gonna have people who been to Africa and know how beautiful it is, show you pictures of the worst part of Africa, because they don't want you to go. They want to keep you in this slave mentality. But then there's going to also be people out there who's traveling to Africa, who's going to also be your best friends. Okay, they traveling all over the world. They call nomads. Okay, digital nomads. They're showing you the truth. Okay, about it. Now the only thing about them is sometimes they don't stay in a place long enough to tell you the real. Sometimes they only be there for months. Okay, and you can romanticize anything for months. Okay, even a man can act right for months. Okay, it's how he act for years. Okay, that's really matters. That shows your true self. Okay, so you really need to kind of to gauge how a place is. You kind of have to experience it yourself. Now next we got friends and family here. Again, now we done left these friends and family behind. These people we grew up with, that we were born into, they were toxic when we were born into them, but hey, it was family, we had to accept them. Well, we moving away from them. Now we're coming into more friends and family and guys. We're floating on water with these people. Hopefully these people are nicer, okay, than the people we were born into. So, and these are spiritual people. These are our cosmo family, okay? So let's find out more about the friends and family and guys when it comes to moving to Africa. Okay, the card that came out is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, it speaks about loyalty. These people not loyal. These hoes not loyal over here. Okay, they are. So it says loyal, dedication, protective, apprehensive. Now you may be apprehensive about these people because of these people. Okay, because these are the people that you thought was supposed to be supportive, loving, have your back, positive, and they was the complete opposite. Okay, they was toxic. They was everything other than what you needed. Okay, but they was people you were born into. They was been around ever since you were a kid, so they all you know. These people are not the people you know. These are not the people you seen, but you're apprehensive about these people because these people are loyal. They dedicated to you. Okay, they want to protect you. You really don't see these people a lot. But it says plan carefully before taking any actions when it comes to moving to Africa. It says, but then get going. It says plan and then get going. Do your research and then get going. It didn't say plan and then think about it and then don't do it and then rethink it again. It said go. It said get on your horse and go. You see your horse sitting there waiting on you? He's sitting there waiting. Okay? He's sitting there trying to hear the plan so he can know the directions. Okay? The 4 directions that you get from your cosmic family, from the higher self. Okay, that you're praying about, you're manifesting, you're starting to see and feel in your heart. Now you're going to start connecting to people and family, okay? And these people can be people on the way there. These can be people, you can meet somebody on the way there that can give you valuable advice, okay? That you know that these people would never had, okay? These people can also could possibly be landlords. These can be people that could possibly have opportunities. They can also have ideas. This can be your business partner. It's all type of people that you can meet on the way. But you got to get rid of these people, okay? Because these people are going to feel like these people who are toxic if you don't clear out the energy, okay? But then, okay, but it also speaks about a guardian angel or someone who watches over you. So this is speaking about guardian angels, okay? A family that really can protect you. The ancestors. The ancestors are calling you home. Okay? But, girl, what is this conflict? Okay? What are we fighting against? Okay? We need to know. Okay? Let's find out more about this conflict here. What is going on with the conflict? What do we need to know about this conflict when it comes to moving to Africa? Okay? That's a conflict. Okay? And the conflict speaks of for a summers. It speaks about being distracted. That's a conflict. If you're being distracted by the silly things in the world, I mean, especially material. See, to me, the only thing that will probably hold me back from making a trip or leaving or going to Africa is material. Okay, I'm telling you, I accumulated a lot of stuff in America. Okay, and a lot of stuff that I actually love. But then when it comes to me trying to move and start over, and I just want to be more of a minimalist now and not have all this maximum stuff. Okay, because at one point it just started to feel like it's holding me back. Okay, like this beautiful couch, this beautiful stuff that I have here. It's beautiful when I'm settled, but when I'm ready to move, it becomes a burden. Okay, because you gotta pay to move it. You gotta, and if you're moving far, you gotta transport it out, and then it's heavy. Most stuff is if it's good quality stuff, it's heavy. So most people charge by weight. So now you're a bag lady, okay, and you can't even hurry up because you got too much stuff. And that's what becoming. So now I want to be more of a minimalist. I want to kind of get rid of the stuff that I once valued. Okay, that still has value, but where I am in my life now, it has less value. Okay, unless I sell it. Okay, because right now it's holding me back. So now you can be distracted by what's going on in life, whether it's distracted by bills, distracted by life, distracted by work, but you're being distracted, and that's causing you to fail. Okay, being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity. The cards are saying that moving to Africa is a magical opportunity, but we failing to see it because it's conflict within ourselves. So this card telling me the conflict is within us. Okay, just like I just said, me having too much stuff. Okay, I can sell it, but guess what? Who gonna buy it when people are already struggling? Okay, who gonna pay what it's worth? Okay, which means I probably got to give it away, which could be a good thing as well too, because I feel like giving to somebody that's less fortunate, I feel like that is a good thing I could do. Okay, and that'll make me feel good. But girl, it won't make my pockets feel good. Okay, because I want to have the most money if I move, right? So we got to figure it out, girl. But anyway, you're being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity. You need to is taking someone or something for granted. Discontentment with life. Now, girl, the conflict is here. It's discontentment with life. I think at this point, that ain't allowed. Okay, I should not be discontent with life, especially if I plan to stay here, and I am planning to be on this earth for at least 150 to 200 years, baby. Okay, I just feel like I deserve that, but I'm not gonna pay all these high ass bills, so we're gonna have to get rid of that. Okay, but like I said, I plan to be here for a while, and I still got so much to do here on this earth. Okay, and I plan to live a fulfilled life. I'm not planning to struggle. I'm not planning to have conflict. So therefore, I need to discern about what I need to have taking steps forward in my life, because I will be taking steps forward. I won't be taking steps back. I refuse. Okay. So when it ever gets to the point you discontentment with life, it's time to reevaluate. Okay. Remember the card before? This is a blank canvas right here. Even though he's looking down thinking he's looking at something, it's blank. It's open for you. Okay, so get to planning. Your horse is standing there with you. Okay, your cosmic family is protecting you, whether you see it or not. Okay, the conflict stands within you. Okay, and girl, where you stand. Okay, we got the Five of Winters. It speaks about walk away from dishonest associations. So the conflict is within. Okay, it's like you're trying to hold on to something that you used to, that you know, and you're causing a lot of conflict within yourself. Okay, so it says walk away from anything that's dishonest or that you need to disassociate from. Okay, it says realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness. Something that's not worth the effort. Okay, so there's something that's not worth the effort here. Okay, now what are you fighting for? There's some events that may be in your life that's causing conflict that you're fighting to keep. Are you fighting to keep a house that's underwater that you don't have any equity in? You're fighting to keep it because you don't want to be shamed because you lost your house. Well, you probably need to let it go and go buy. It's another house probably somewhere on the other side of the world that's waiting on you, and you're trying to keep that little 3-bedroom property that's keeping you underwater, that's keeping you face down in the dirt, versus going and finding something better. But you don't want to walk away. Okay, because you associate what you have here as the ultimate, because you work so hard for it, right? Yeah, I get it. But it says walk away from anything that's dishonest, which means that it's hard to keep anyway. It's causing conflict, okay? And it says you're being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity because of the conflict, because the high rent, the high obligations, the taxes, the everything, in your emotions, in your feelings, whether you're in a bad relationship, a bad location, a bad situation, or just badly mixed up in your own head, girl. Okay? You need to get into your heart. Get into your heart, get out your head, okay? Reach up to the angels in all four directions, okay? Don't just look in one direction to move into. Look at all four directions, okay? Because you have options here. You got to let go of one family to meet your true family, okay? There is going to be conflict here. There's a healing process that's going to happen, and you're going to probably be in conflict with yourself, okay? It's going to cause some distractions for you. But you need to walk away from anything, because you're supposed to have walked away from it here, remember? But you're not going to walk away from everything, because you're probably going to hold on to one or two cousins, and then you're going to find out that you're going to have to walk away from everybody. And that's going to be sad. And that's going to cause a lot of tears, a lot of conflict. That's going to cause a lot of grief. You're going to have to mourn that. Okay? So, if you're going through mourning, mourn first, okay? Before taking any action. That's why it's telling you not to take any action. You need to mourn, because if you go to Africa with this conflict, this grief, you're just going to bring it right there with you. Okay? So definitely make sure you heal. Okay? This is a healing. This thing is a whole healing process. Don't think you're just cutting people away because they bad for you. They bad for you, yes, but you got to heal what they offered in your life, what they added to your life, because you thought it was of value and it wasn't. So you got to heal that. Okay? You got to turn to the angels. All four directions, baby. Okay, the top to the bottom, to the side, to the east, to the west, all of them, until you heal your heart. Okay, and then you're gonna meet new family and friends. You're not gonna be lonely after a while. Maybe the family and friends are not the people that you see, but the people that speak to your heart, that guide you. Okay, and they're gonna guide you through this conflict. Okay, because there will be conflict, because it's a lot. You coming from a whole way of thinking, a whole family that probably was toxic, and you probably didn't even know it. Okay, I came from a family that was toxic as hell, and I promise you I loved them to death, and I didn't know it. Okay, I did not know it until I moved away from them and saw how toxic they was. Okay, and to move away from them was not even easy. Okay, so like I say, you need to focus more on yourself. Okay, and because life is offering more to you than you even experiencing right now, and you got too much going on. It's a lot of positive stuff that's gonna be going on in your life. You probably even ignore some of them because you probably either think that you're not worthy of it, or you don't think it's real. But I see all these arrows of love coming your way, and you don't even know what to do with it because you're too much focused on negative. You focus on negative. Connect with your heart space, please. Okay, only give loyalty to people who give you loyalty. Only give dedication to people who give you dedication. Okay, only protect people who protect you. Okay, and I ain't talking about people who talk about protecting you. I'm talking about people who actually stood up and protected you. You done been here long enough to see it. If they never done it, they're not protecting you. They here to hurt you and say they're here to protect you. Okay, get rid of them, because it's gonna cause conflict within yourself that you got to get rid of before you go anywhere. Okay, because the discontentment that you experience in your life is not real. Okay, unless you want to stay in it. Okay, you gotta get rid of it, and then you need to walk away from anything that's not content. Okay, so that you can have happiness in your life. Now, let's give the move to Africa. What can we expect from the move to Africa? Okay, we're gonna ask this deck, and then we're gonna ask the ancestors deck, and then we'll move on. Okay, what can we expect from the move to Africa? Okay, we'll take that. Then let's ask the ancestors real fast, real quick. What can we expect? Ancestors, what advice can you give us, and what can we expect if we decide to move to Africa? Oh. Let's see. All right. The first card that came out here, about moving to Africa, it says rest and relaxation is essential here. Okay, So you need to rest and relax, which you can't do in the United States because you got to work 100 jobs so that you can pay 100,000 bills. Okay. So it says we all have a fundamental need to take a break. So it said Africa gonna be a break for us. Look at this person right here. We can't even see her. You see all this chaos going on in this picture. Look at her laying in the path. Okay, trying to catch a break. Tired, wore out. Okay, girl, we tired of that. Next, it says I love you. Okay, the divine said they love you. Ancestors said they love you. Africa said they love you. It says there are powerful words. These are powerful words. Now, remember the word powerful. Okay? You see this angel moving forward. Looking forward, moving forward with the galaxy behind her. And the powerful words, the most strongest words, okay, the strongest energy is love. I love you. Okay? Next, the ancestors want to know, love makes a difference. Now, some people are in a loveless relationship, a loveless family. Okay, they try to say it's love, but what symbols of love have they given you? Have they even? Some families can't even say the word love to you. Okay, so it says love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. As you see, this person is on a ship, moving forward. Love makes the difference. And love does make the difference because some of us not even experience love with the family and the friends and the people and the places that we are now. You don't even experience love. You can't even say the word love. When the last time you heard the word love, even from a mother, a parent, a family, a friend, a partner? When have you heard the word love? And not, well, you know I love you, get out of my face. That's not love. You know I love you, I provide food for you, don't you? No, you don't want to go to jail. So, no, that's not love. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. That is just the harsh truth. Okay. A mother cussing you out talking about they love you is not love. But go off. But it says love makes the difference here. Okay. You got to love yourself in order to even want something different, especially from Africa. Okay. You got to go over there with love for yourself because don't go over there being angry. Okay. It says speak the language of love. Again, you know, you go to Africa, you're going to be speaking different languages. But if you speak the language of love, I think you'll blend right on in. It said loving words have the power, again, to change lives, including your own. What? Speak the language of love. Speak the language of Africa. Okay? You can learn a different language. If language is a barrier for you, you can learn that. Okay? Especially if you moving in love. Because people can pick up love regardless. Okay, of what language you speak. It says loving words have the power to change your life. And that's what this reading is about, changing your life in a positive way. Next, it said embrace your emotions. Get control of your emotion. Embrace them. They're yours. Okay? And it says allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. Period. I was just about to say, if you got one of those parents that tell you to stop crying, don't want to see you cry, shut up, dry it up, fix your face, leave them. Okay, because they're emotionally corrupt anyway. It says embrace your emotions right now. You definitely need to embrace your emotions before you leave. Okay, look at this emotions. If you're going to travel overseas on the boat, embrace your emotions before you get on that boat. Okay, accept it. Allow them to flow. Allow them, if you need to grieve. You need to cry. You need to smile. Okay, don't be ashamed. Because it says stone people. Be vigilant. Speaking of people, a strong people. Okay, what's stronger than stone? It's a natural stone. So it's something that the earth has created. You got to be vigilant. Be strong. Okay, definitely make sure that you move in a way that's protective of yourself. Okay. Stone people. You can go anywhere. Okay. A stone is accepted everywhere. Stone is everywhere. Okay. So it's speaking about people. Okay. Be a strong people. Okay. Be vigilant. Oh, it's speaking about lightning. Power. Okay. Now lightning is very powerful. Okay. They said lightning don't strike twice in a place. So they said that, you know, and as you see, the Lightning is coming from the earth. I mean, it's coming from the heavens. It's coming down with power. Okay, light. And lightning don't care who you are. It'll go where it needs to go, when it needs to go there. Okay? So it's something about being vigilant. Okay? Don't be afraid of Africa. Africa is your homeland. It's the motherland. Be vigilant. Be strong. Okay? Have power about yourself. Move like lightning. Okay? Move fast. Okay? Go. Okay? With power. And then with the tree of life, the banyan tree. Grounding yourself. Find a place of where you belong. The tree of life where you can expand your life, expand your root, plant your roots, and then your leaves and your branches can expand out and touch the horizon. Okay? Okay? So it's speak about the tree of life. So be that tree of life. Okay? Be vigilant. Be strong. Okay? Stand in your true power, your true natural power, your cosmic power, okay? Which means you need to connect to the divine. You need to connect to a higher power. You need to connect to your cosmo family, okay? Get rid of any conflict that's earthly, okay? Get rid of conflict that's not even yours, okay? Because some of these emotions, some of this stuff is not even yours in your life. You picked up from family, from toxic family. Release that, okay? Because there are opportunities to be had. You just need to know how to see it and recognize it. You got to walk away from something toxic to walk into something that's your purpose, okay? It's a lot of walk away here. Leaving cups, which means you leaving something that you love, that you thought you loved, that you thought was fulfilling. But these cups are empty because, as you can see, the conflict, the water is here in this ocean all over the place. You crying, you sad. This your water work, okay? So nothing is in this cup. You want it in the cup. You want this cup to be flowing over. Which cup? It's that one cup that you're taking with you. Not the rest of them, because the rest just empty material things. That one cup is the one cup that you take with you, and you want it to flow over. You want it to overflow for you. Anything that overflows out of that cup can be given to anybody else. But that cup needs to overflow for you. It needs to be filled for you. Okay? And not for the people that's around you. Because they just take, and never happy. Okay? You need to fulfill that hole in your heart, whether you know it's there or not. Fulfill that hole in your heart with things that you love, okay? With things that you believe in, okay? The things and people and places that make you happy. Get rid of that conflict, okay? Any conflict that's no longer serving your higher good, get rid of it, okay? So that's going to be the reading for moving to Africa. I hope you got some answers, girl, okay? And so I hope you are enlightened as well. Full of power, be vigilant, and stay grounded, okay? Because your tree of life can forever grow. Don't stunt your growth because you're in a place that does not have fertile land. You move to places that have fertile land, okay? So you be the farmer of your life. So that's going to be the reading for moving to Africa. I hope you enjoyed it. Catch me on the next one. And if you want me to read on different places, let me know in the comment section because I'll be more than happy to, okay? Take care. Bye.